Hello, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Dr. Stephanie West, and today we're going to talk about teacher and parent communications. As all of you are starting school this week, or started in the last couple weeks, or maybe in a few weeks coming up, it's so important that we start to think of the team between teachers and parents. These teams are so vital to the success of your child in schools. And honestly, parents, we need your help. The teachers need your help. Be kind to your teachers. And teachers, be kind to your parents. Get to know them just like you get to know your children in your classroom. Get to know them so that we have their help, that they feel welcome in your classroom, and they're honored and valued. Parents are the key to a child's success. At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of parents. This is so true. In all my years of teaching and being in the educational system, when there is a positive relationship between the parents and the teachers, the children just thrive. They know that you're there for them, and they know that the teacher is there for them. So as you start this school year, let's think about some questions maybe you should ask your teachers. So these are the questions that I used to get most often when I was a teacher, and even as an administrator at the schools. So question 1, what is the best thing my child is going to read this year? See what the theme of the year is. Maybe there's a theme in the curriculum. Maybe there is a theme that certain grade levels hit. Find out what that is. Number 2, what one value is at the heart of the school's culture, and how does that show up on a daily basis? Find out about the school's culture. If you've been there for many years, you probably already know this answer. But what is at the heart of the culture in the schools? Hopefully it's a positive culture, which is key to any successful school. Number 3, what is your homework and attendance policy? Find out how much homework is expected so that you know going into the school year that you're going to have to do this amount of homework. Also the attendance policy. There's a lot of attendance policies out there, but most of them are run by the state. They're mandated by the state. So find out how many days your child should miss. And honestly, if you cannot miss school, make sure your kids are there. Plan your trips around the vacation times. Plan doctor's appointments after school time. Anything you can do to make sure that they're there every single day. That makes such a huge difference in a child's success in the year. Number 4, how frequently should I expect to hear updates about how my child is doing? There you go. You need to know when you're going to be informed. When I was a teacher at the elementary ages, I would send out weekly newsletters. And I would also send out newsletters with the homework at times. And then anything important, I have a homework file where they would go out. Now at the high school level, junior high and high school, this is a little bit more, it's a little harder maybe for some of you, but again, what are those things going out? What do I need to know? When am I going to hear from you and how? Number 5, if I email with a question or concern, how quickly should I expect to hear back? Most teachers have a rule of thumb, 24 to 48 hours. So teachers, set your rule, set your time limit on when you're going to get back to parents and follow through. Parents, be understanding of that time period too. Teachers are extremely busy. They have a lot on their plate. So give them time to respond. If they don't respond in an hour, give them at least a day or so to respond to you. And don't get too bent out of shape on that one. 6, what's the most important thing I can do to help my child be academically successful this year? Find out what that is. What is the teacher's expectations for the year? Now with teachers, these are things that you can do to help your parents feel more involved and more connected to you. There's so much evidence out there that shows positive communication between parents and teachers improves the academic performance of our students. Here's a few things that are fun to do. Have a parent bulletin board. This is where you can put everything that is specific to parents and they know where it is. And so if they have questions like your routines, the day of specials, the school schedule, the bell alarms, anything like that, attendance policies, whatever you want, put it on that bulletin board. Send notes home to parents about the child. Little postcards, you can get those at any teaching store. You can make them online. Little postcards are fun to send home from time to time. Even the high school kids love it when they get to take a positive note home. I know that sounds funny, but they really do. Positive phone calls. I talked about this in my last video on building relationships. Positive phone calls home makes all the difference in the world. Text. A lot of parents are into texting. Be into texting. Emails. You can do your newsletters in an email if you'd like. Newsletters, paper copies are good, but with the cost of paper and everything else that we go through, maybe you need to do an email that's a newsletter. There's also apps such as Dojo that keeps the parents connected with you all the time on their behavior, on their attendance, and whatnot. And then homework notes. Send those home. Let them know exactly what's expected. So parents, we do need your help, like I mentioned before. Sign up to volunteer. I used to have parents come in and read to my students on every Friday. And I had a different rotation of parents that would come in and read to my kindergarten kids on Friday. You can become a classroom mom and dad. Grandparents, if you're out there and you want to get in there, go and have reading time. If you want to go help them make their copies, put up their bulletin boards, put together upcoming projects, anything like that is so useful and helpful to a teacher. They are so burdened down. They have so many meetings with special needs children or ELL children. They really are stretched to the max as a teacher. So parents, help them. Go in and help them out and see what you can do. Especially if you have the time, put it into the schools. Your child will love having you there. They truly do. Even though they may tell you they don't, they truly do. Even my high school parents would come and help me. I just loved it when they would come in and help me with my copies and whatnot. Go on field trips. If you have time, go on the field trips. Those are really fun. They're a little chaotic, true, and it's not a teacher's favorite days, but they're so educational for the kids, and the kids need to know how to use their social skills out in the public too. So field trips are worthwhile. And always attend the parent events. When the school puts on those family nights, be there. Be there for reading night or math night or special programs. That just gives your child knowing that you are invested in their education. So there's so many things that you can do in the schools, but parents, we truly do need your help. And be kind to your teachers. Sometimes our parents can be our hardest task during the day, but at the same time, every teacher knows we need the parents involved. So be there for them. If you'd like to continue to receive my information, you can join my mailing list. If you'll text DRSWEST to 22828, or you can click on this link here and be added to my mailing list, or you can also visit my webpage. Again, thank you for visiting with me, and I hope to see you again soon.